Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, Mother Nature began a magical journey to create a perfect world.
We are the Enviropals! Join us and we'll show you how! We are the Enviropals! Help us save the planet now! Save it now!
Hey Jared and Jade, what are you up to?
We thought we might try some fishing today.
Where are you going fishing?
We're thinking about Naturia's River.
Good choice.
Oh, that's a beautiful river.
And there's a lot more to rivers than just fishing. Really? Like what?
I know just who to ask. Ready, everyone?
3, 2, 1, Rae Rae! 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 The red panda! Rae Rae, the red panda, helps the land, the sky, the sea. Rae Rae, the red panda, friend to you and me. Rae Rae, the red panda, helps the land, the sky, the sea. Rae Rae, the red panda, best friend to you and me. He's here to save the day. Rae Rae!
Shabingo, boys and girls!
Shabingo, Rae Rae!
I was just out sitting by the river and I heard you call. So guys, what's up?
We were wondering why rivers are so important to our environment.
Well, rivers are very important to both humans and animals.
What do you mean, Rae Rae?
Humans have used rivers as sort of a water road for rafts, canoes, and boat transportation for as long as I can remember.
So, how do they help animals?
Rivers provide a natural habitat or home for fish to live in and other animals like snakes, otters, and deer to live around.
I knew that there was a lot more to rivers than just fishing. Anything else, Rae Rae?
Sure, there's a lot more, like... Hold that thought, it's time for a critter connection.
Paws and claws and scales and tails, feathery wings on the wind will sail, living on land or in the deep blue sea. It's the Critter Connection.
Hey guys, like all of our animal friends that visit us here on the Critter Connection, the nice people at the Central Florida Zoo take care of them. Today, we're here with Nick and his friend Alex, the albino eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Nick, why is it called an albino?
Albinos actually just lack dark pigment. Now they'll still have the natural pattern that they normally have, such as the eastern diamondback having a diamond pattern, but they tend to be yellow and white instead of having the browns and blacks in them.
How often does it occur?
Well, in the wild it actually happens a little bit more than you would think, but the problem is they have no cryptic coloration or no way to blend into the environment. So they're sitting there thinking that they're hidden when they just stick out like a sore thumb, and then they get picked off by a predator because they're not hidden, and so that animal never gets big enough to actually get to breeding size.
Hey boys and girls, the eastern diamondback rattlesnake can be found in the southern part of the United States, from southern North Carolina to Florida and all the way over to Louisiana. They live in dry pine, flatwood, and grassy coastal areas, and they're the largest venomous snake in North America. In the wild, they can grow to over 7 feet long and weigh up to 10 pounds. And they can live up to 20 years. They use their rattle to warn people to stay away from them. Okay, guys, let's get back to Nick and his friend Alex, the albino eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Nick, I have one last question. Are they any different than other rattlesnakes other than their color?
No, actually their venom is the same, their habits would be the same, their diet would be the same. Now, one thing that is true about the albinos with the pink eyes, they're a little bit more susceptible to sunlight, they don't like bright light, and they can sunburn very easily as well.
Remember, boys and girls, whether it's a fierce crocodile, lion, rattlesnake, or even a furry rabbit, all wild animals, regardless of how they look, need to be respected. A good rule to remember is if the animal has a mouth, then there's a chance it could bite you. So, never ever approach or touch a wild animal. Being safe and enjoying nature. It's that easy. Okay, Nick, thank you for bringing your friend Alex to visit with us today on the Critter Connection. Shabingo!
Paws and claws and scales and tails, feathery wings on the wind will sail, living on land or in the deep blue sea. It's the Critter Connection.
Now that's a snake I'll be sure to stay clear of.
Good thinking, Jade. Remember, kids, never ever go near a snake unless a responsible adult is with you, knows that it's safe, and says that it's okay. Now, back to our discussion on rivers. Jordan, you are right. There are lots more to learn about rivers. Did you know that some rivers flood on a regular basis? That means their water rises over the riverbanks and spills to the surrounding land. If you live too close to a river, you might think that floods are bad. But really, the river is full of nutrients and helps to fertilize the nearby soil.
Wow, I never thought of it like that. Rae Rae, how does a river become a river?
Run, river, run.
Run
From the snow melt to the sea.
to the sea. Run, river, run, straight to you and me.
Run, river, run.
Run
From the spring into the sea.
to the sea. You make life fun, fun for you and me. Rivers give life, life to you and me. Rivers give life to everything. Did you know, boys and girls, that all rivers begin basically in the same way? Yup, it's true. All creeks and streams that flow into rivers begin at an elevated or high point like a mountain, glacier, or a hill. And when the snow melts or water gathers in a lake, it begins to flow down to other lakes or eventually to the ocean. These rivers provide important nutrients or food for people and animals that live along the river. They also act like a water road for both humans and animals.
Run, river, run.
Run
From the snow melt to the sea.
to the sea. Run, river, run, straight to you and me. Let's go and have a picnic. That would be fun.
Run, river, run.
Run
From the spring into the sea.
to the sea. Rivers give life, life to you and me. You know what I'm talking about, boys and girls?
Run, river, run.
Come on and run
From the glacier to the sea.
to the sea. Run, river, run, straight to you and me. Come on, boys and girls, let's go down to the river. Rivers give life to everything. Remember, boys and girls, how important it is to keep our rivers nice and clean.
So that's how a river becomes a river.
Right, Jordan. And I have a really neat project that you and your friends can make at home or in school to remind you of the fun you had the next time your family and friends visit a river. Do and show, show and do. It's so fun for me and you. Show and do what you know. It's the Enviro Do and Show. Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to today's Enviro Do and Show project. This is a time when we learn how to make things at home that either helps us to better understand science or helps the environment. Have you ever taken a walk around a riverbank? Well, you can find lots of natural beauty to create your very own river window art. To create this art, you will need natural objects such as leaves, grass, and flowers, clear contact paper, scissors, ribbon, Mom, Dad, or your teacher's help. First, you will need to collect your leaves, grass, and flowers. Now, have Mom, Dad, or your teacher cut the contact paper into 2 circles. Place the collected items on the sticky side of the contact paper and place the second piece of contact paper on top of the items. Press them together to seal them. Have Mom, Dad, or your teacher cut a hole in the top of the circle and hang it in the window with a piece of ribbon, yarn, or string. River art. It's that easy. Want to learn more? Have Mom, Dad, or your teacher stick around and I'll show them where they can get directions and activity sheets. Do and show, show and do. It's so fun for me and you. Show and do what you know. It's the Enviro Do and Show.
Monkey moment. Monkey moment. I call to order the meeting of the fraternal meeting of the monkey minds. I'm Mr. Monkey, your president of Nashua chapter. This meeting is now in session. Rivers are today's subject. Rivers are a very important part of the water cycle. Rivers provide food and water for many animals to eat and drink and for fish to live in. I've been thinking lately that we should go to a river and do some fishing. What do you guys think? Huh? Hey, where'd you guys go? Uh-oh.
No!
Monkey moment. Monkey moment.
Mr. Monkey, I hope you weren't hurt.
Hey kids!
Hi, Safari Sue. Hi, Safari Stan.
You guys will never guess where we've been today.
Oh, please tell us where.
We've just taken a break from our field trip to Naturia's River.
We've been talking about rivers all day.
Tree mail, tree mail, tree mail!
Thanks, Mr. Monkey.
Tree mail!
Okay, Mr. Monkey.
Mr. Monkey, please.
I'm so sorry.
Tree mail, my favorite time of the day. Okay, let's see what we have today. Dear Enviropals, my name is Aubrey, and I work at the Nashua National Fish Hatchery in New Hampshire. We raise fish like Atlantic salmon and shad from eggs. We then release these fish back into the New England rivers to replenish them. We would love for you to visit us here at the hatchery so you can learn more about what we do. Your friend, Aubrey.
Hey Rae Rae, why don't you use the green screen to go visit Aubrey at the fish hatchery?
And we'll stay here in the house tree with the kids and watch your adventure.
That's a great idea, guys. I'm off to the fish hatchery. I'll be back in a flash. Shabingo! Hi, Aubrey. Thank you so much for your tree mail. Is that the Nashua National Fish Hatchery?
Yes, it is, and thank you so much for visiting.
So, Aubrey, what does a fish hatchery do?
Well, Rae Rae, here at the Nashua National Fish Hatchery, we raise Atlantic salmon to be released back into the wild, into the Merrimack River, which runs through New Hampshire. What we do here is spawn adult salmon to make babies, and then we release them at different life stages to go back out into the river.
What kind of fish do you raise here?
Well, here we raise Atlantic salmon, and we also raise American shad.
How many fish do you raise each year?
Well, the Atlantic salmon, we raise about 500,000 fry, or baby salmon. For American shad, again, another 500,000 fry are released each year.
Did you know, boys and girls, that during the life of the Atlantic salmon, not only do they have 6 very distinctive life stages, but they also live in both fresh and salt water. Yup, it's true. During the first part of their lives, they live in the fresh water of streams, rivers, and lakes, where they grow from tiny little eggs into small fish called smolt. During the second stage, these smolt migrate to the ocean, where they grow into mighty adult fish, the average size being about 8 pounds. But some can reach over 30 pounds. Wow! During the last stage of the third part of their lives, the Atlantic salmon will return to the fresh water they grew up in and spawn, or lay eggs. This starts the cycle all over again. Wow, what an amazing journey! Okay, back to Aubrey and the Nashua National Fish Hatchery. Wow, that's a lot of fish! Aubrey, why is it important for the environment to have a fish hatchery?
Well, here in New Hampshire, the Merrimack River was almost depleted of the Atlantic salmon. It's important because Atlantic salmon spend part of their life cycle in the ocean. So that brings ocean nutrients back up river and restores nutrients to the river for other fish and invertebrates to live off of.
So, where do the fish go when they're released?
When we release our fish, they're usually fry or very small babies. And we release them up in the small streams and creeks very far upriver. And the goal is for them to go downstream into the ocean as they grow. And then they would come back as adults after spending 2 years in the ocean, go back up fish ladders, past dams, to make it to their natal streams, spawn naturally, producing another wild population.
Wow, Aubrey, that sure was fun learning about the Nashua National Fish Hatchery. But it's getting late, and I need to get back to Naturia. I can't wait to tell all my friends about the fish hatchery. Okay, I better get going. Bye, Aubrey.
Bye, Rae Rae. Thanks for visiting.
And thank you so much for inviting us to the Nashua National Fish Hatchery. See you next time. Shabingo!
Boy, Rae Rae, that fish hatchery sure looked like an interesting place to visit.
I can't believe how many fish they raise and release each year.
Yes, fish are very important and help to keep both the rivers and the environment clean and healthy.
Well, speaking of rivers, we better get back to our field trip.
We could sure use a helper.
Ooh, I'll go.
Awesome!
Come on, Jordan, let's go.
Bye, guys. See you, Rae Rae.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Time for the Enviro tip.
I love going to the rivers to have a picnic. The water's so pretty and fun to play in. Did you know that rivers are important for other reasons? Rivers usually start at a source like a snowmelt or natural spring. Most rivers flow into a larger body of water like an ocean, sea, or lake. Rivers are an important part of the Earth's water cycle. They also provide a home and drinking water for animals. We can help to keep the rivers safe for us and the animals that live in and around them by not throwing garbage in the river and not pouring chemicals down the drain. Both of these can end up in the river. It's that easy. Want to learn more? Have Mom, Daddy, or teacher stick around and I'll show them where they can get more information about this and other Enviro tips. Until next time, I'm Rae Rae the Rad Panda, and together we can all be Enviro Pals. Hey, boys and girls, do you sometimes hear words you don't know the meaning of? I know I do. But when I don't understand the meaning of the word, I go to the dictionary and look it up. Then the word is no longer a mystery. So, if you hear a word at school or even when you're watching the Enviropals, do what I do. Look it up in the dictionary or have Mom, Daddy, or teacher help you to look it up on the internet or at the library. Learning new words by looking it up. It's that easy. Splashing in the sun.
Fish live in the rivers.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Up and downstream motions.
Up and downstream motions.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just in the oceans. Fish live in the rivers, splashing in the sun. Did you know, boys and girls, that some of my favorite animal friends are the fish that live in the rivers? Yup, fish are very important to the environment because they provide food for other fish and other animals like bears, birds, alligators, otters, and people. They also deliver nutrients like minerals and food for the plants and other creatures that live in and along the river. Yep, fish are very important.
Fish live in the rivers.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Up and downstream oceans.
Up and downstream oceans.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just in the oceans. Fish live in the rivers, splashing in the sun. There are lots of different types of fish in the United States. In New England, the Merrimack River is home to the Atlantic salmon, the lamprey, the shad, the smallmouth bass, and lots of other fish. The middle of the country with the mighty Mississippi is home to walleyes, catfish, carp, bass, sturgeon, and the paddlefish. The Colorado River out west, as it winds its way through the Grand Canyon, is home to the rainbow, brown, and brook trout, and the salmon.
Fish live in the rivers.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Not just lakes and oceans.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Lots of different kinds of fish.
Up and downstream oceans.
Up and downstream oceans.
Fish live in the rivers.
Not just in the oceans. Fish live in the rivers, splashing in the sun.
I'm back. Did I miss much?
We just sang a song about fish.
Did you see any fish down by Naturia's river? I sure did. I saw salmon, brook trout, and I think I saw some shad.
I wonder if they came from a fish hatchery, like the one we learned about today.
Maybe they did. They sure looked healthy.
And cut. Psst. Hey, you guys, out there. It sure was fun learning about rivers today. What did you learn? Oh, that's good. How about you? That's good too. Those are all great river facts. Rivers are so important. They provide a lifeline for people, animals, plants, insects, and everything. So, be sure to do your best to keep our rivers clean. Remember, boys and girls, if I do my part, and you do your part, and your friends do their part, we can really make a difference. It's that easy. Want to learn more? Have Mom, Dad, or your teacher stick around, and I'll show them where to go. Shabingo!
Shabingo, Rae Rae!
Wow, what a great day we've had learning about rivers. Kids, what was your favorite part?
I like learning about the fish hatchery.
I like learning how to make the window river collage. I'm making one when I get home.
I like the monkey moment best. I like singing Run River Run.
Rae Rae, what did you like best?
Well, I like everything.
We are the Enviropals. Join us and we'll show you how. We are the Enviropals. Help us save the planet now.
First you take a look around.
In the sky, on the ground, in the rivers and the seas, on the grass, in the trees. What is Rae Rae looking for?
Is there trash on the floor? Is there smoke up in the air?
Help us clean up everywhere.
We are the Enviropals.
Enviropals!
Join us and we'll show you how.
Show you how!
We are the Enviropals.
Enviropals!
Help us save the planet now.
Save it now!
Start in your own neighborhood.
Should you, would you, if you could?
Make the air, land and sea safe for Rae Rae.
You and me!
Keep the air fresh and blue. You can do it.
Yes, you!
Every single boy and girl, join us and we'll
Save the world!
We are
If you, your parents, or teachers want to learn more about our Critter Connection animals, do and show activity sheets and directions, Enviro tips, or lesson plans, just go to our website at raerae.tv and click on our links.
If you would like to purchase a DVD of today's episode, please visit our website at raerae.tv.